Hey, if it's your first time here, my name is Sadia. I post videos every week on topics like nutrition because I'm a dietitian and nutritionist and that's what I like to talk about, but also topics like productivity, minimalism, and travel. Welcome to Pickup Lines. In case you missed it, I made a previous video right here where I shared with you 20 tips and recommendations for before you embark on your journey. But the video you're watching right now are my 20 tips and recommendations for during your travels. So I've got another 20 tips and recommendations for you. Let's get started. Save. Cash. Withdraw sums from ATMs to minimize that withdrawal fee. Of course, you don't want to carry too much cash on you, so use this tip at your discretion. Money exchange. Usually there's a few money conversion shops within the same vicinity. If you can, compare them because the differences can be quite big sometimes. Also, do not do any money conversion at an airport. It is totally a ripoff. Hotel apps. The two main apps are Hostelworld and Agoda. A tip about Agoda is just to use it as a reference to get a rough idea of the price and the rating of the particular place you'll be staying at, but try not to purchase using it. It's more expensive than if you just went to the hotel in person and purchased it on the spot. They usually don't book up anyway, and if they do, there's a lot of hotels in the vicinity that are usually just as good. Another tip as well is if you know you're going to be staying for more than 2 nights, you can bargain with the people who work there compared to Agoda, which is a fixed price. Find a buddy. If you're willing to share a hotel room with somebody, I highly recommend it. Sharing the cost of a hotel is typically the same price as going solo into a hostel where you're sharing the room with 6 or even more people. Plus, you don't have to share a bed. Often, hotels will offer 2 single beds. Food. Hang your food if you're at a hostel or a hotel. Critters and rodents are really good at getting in there. Bargain. Always bargain. It can be really hard at first, but practice makes perfect. And slash the cost by more than what's reasonable. Don't worry, they're going to meet you at a happy place. They're not going to say yes if it's not beneficial for them too. Travel in groups. Try to travel in groups when you can, especially when you're taking taxis. That way you split the cost. Buses. Overnight buses are a great way of maximizing your time and minimizing your accommodation budget. Pay first. Never agree to purchase something without knowing the price first. Once I ordered a plate of fruit, only to find out after I'd eaten it that they were charging me 5 times what it should have been. Flights and hotels. Once you're already traveling, booking ahead is totally overrated and doesn't save you all that much money. Enjoy the moment and just go with the flow. If you're traveling within Southeast Asia, using AirAsia to purchase flights is easily the easiest. And if you're going to be traveling with a bike like I was, you can take it for free on Knock Airlines. In Europe, there's loads of options and Skyscanner might be your first go-to. Explore. Transport. Driving a scooter is a great alternative way to get around, and you have more freedom and flexibility on where to go and what to see. But please be careful, do not drink and drive, and only agree to sit on it with somebody you trust. Thieves. Of course, you're going to keep an eye on your things, stay close to it, or lock it up if you're going to be leaving for a period of time. But specifically, I want to mention motorbike thieves. I was in Bali sitting on the back of a scooter and giving directions using my phone to the person who was driving, and then we had another scooter that pulled up right beside us, and he tried to grab the phone right out of my hand. Luckily, I was hanging onto it really tightly, and then he ended up speeding off. So needless to say, this was extremely nerve-wracking, and it could have been a lot worse if he had either taken my phone or if his shenanigans had gotten us into an accident. Mindset. Expect to get ripped off every now and again, and try to have a light attitude about it. Food. Avoid wrapped, opened, or handled food, especially for the first few days while you're in a new country, so that your body can acclimatize to the environment and to the bacteria. Fruit. Please try the exotic fruits. They will blow your mind. Fabric sheet. There are plenty of local markets that sell fabrics for very cheap. I recommend getting a very lightweight but semi-large fabric or sheet, and this has many purposes. You can lay it on top of the mattress at whatever hostel or hotel that you're at if you're not comfortable laying on the bed that they provide. You can use it as something to sit on when you're on the beach or the park. You can wrap it around your waist as a skirt, or you can even put it over your head as shelter from the sun. Sometimes I found that very helpful. Learn the language. Try to learn some of the local language. It helps you feel more immersed, and I also found that sometimes things were more affordable that way. If you could start a conversation with, hello, how are you, how much is this, in their language, they're less likely to think you're a newbie that they can rip off. Showers. Wear flip-flops in there. Beggars. Don't give money to begging children or buy souvenirs from them. I know this pulls at the heartstrings, but parents use kids as a source of income, and if they find that it works, they're going to be less likely to send them off to school. Taking photos. Always ask permission to take photos and do expect to pay a little bit. Some cultures believe that when taking a picture, you actually capture their soul, and they can take serious offense, especially if you're taking pictures of their children. I think that's everything. One of the beauties about traveling is that you just learn and you grow as you go, so enjoy the journey. If you're hungry for more, I will share with you right here a previous video that I posted where I show exactly what I took with me on my minimal backpacking travels, and right here, the top apps that I highly recommend for anybody who's traveling Asia or Europe. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. As well, share in the comment section down below if you've got any tips of your own so that other people can read it and benefit from it. And I hope you have a blast wherever it is you're going. And regardless of where in the world you are, I will see you in the next video. Until then, ciao!